certificates anywhere from 15 to 42 college credit hours. The state of Texas average in a 3-year window is 3.8%. That's criminal. And we're doing it 22 times that rate. These kids are motivated. They're touching industry. Here's the program. You got the academies. You're pulling kids to meet the industry requirement. You got that stackable credentials, marketable skills, level 1 certificates, associate degrees, bachelor's, wherever they want to go. There's no limit. We won a lot of awards. It's nice to win awards. Here's the bottom line right there. The person on the left, my left. Is that your left? Your left. Sarah Escobar, one of our products that Mary stole. And we're glad they did. Sarah Escobar is 21, female Hispanic, came to the academies, a STEM-related career field, internship. One of the first 20 that got accepted by Toyota in like 6,000 applicants to their AMT program, graduated. So at 21 today, 0 college debt, associate degree, almost 3 years of experience now with Toyota, a multi-skilled technician driving a brand new Lexus, going to be probably their vice president of communication in a few years, outstanding. Here she is walking around with the Secretary of Labor. That's how much we trust these young men and women. On the right, you see a young man there, Adam Arroyo. Adam Arroyo came to the Aerospace Academy. One reason only. He had a summer job and they were going to pay him money. He wanted the money in his billfold. That was it. Good enough for me. He come to his high school. He came to the college. He graduates. Lockheed hired him before he graduated from high school. He was 17. Adam's 27 today. So he was 17. He couldn't even vote, but he was hired by Lockheed Martin. He's getting a 401k today. 2 associate degrees, an undergraduate degree, all paid for through tuition reimbursement at Lockheed Martin. 0 college debt, just had a baby, got his house, got his car, paying a lot of great taxes. This is a young Hispanic male with a graduation rate in San Antonio for Hispanic males from high school is less than 50%. This is what it can do for your community. So that's pretty much all I got to say.
Wow. Sign me up.
There you go.
All right. Gene, you are a hard act to follow. I will tell you, though, that I am every bit as excited about CARCAM and its importance in Alabama as you are about your program. I want you to know that CARCAM is an ATE center. We're a regional ATE center where AMTEC is a national center, but we have the same focus. Our focus is on educating skilled technicians for the manufacturing field, whether it's automated manufacturing or automotive manufacturing, any of this. We all work together. We share resources. We have been partners for over 8 years. Actually, we have been partners with everyone at this table, in addition to the AMTEC grant, also on a Department of Labor grant that had a manufacturing focus. So we've worked together for a while. But we share resources, information, curriculum, professional development opportunities, a number of things that our networking together has benefited us to be able to share. CARCAM is a network of partner colleges working with industry here in the state of Alabama. Our center is located at Gadsden State Community College in Gadsden, and we have a faculty member at each one of these colleges that is our curriculum expert. They work together as a team as we refine curriculum, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, and also as we share information and work to recruit students into the technical careers that are available now. And it takes our industry partners to work with us also to do this. We look at who do we work with here. Does the state support us? Yes, they do. We have worked with the Alabama Community College System and the Alabama Department of Education with Alabama Plan 2020 with the same goal of increasing the number of graduating students who are college and career ready and are ready for employment. You see here, this slide talks a little bit about the need for the technician level position, the technician level job. It's increasing as we see it. Also, the community college system has supported us by allowing us to have a curriculum specialist on contract as we work with each one of our colleges, as we work to standardize our curriculum. And this has really been a great benefit. This has allowed us to standardize our modules and our courses, our programs, and then this was adapted as a statewide level so that it's not only the CARCAM colleges that have their courses have been standardized, but at the statewide level, this went on into other colleges in the state. This was done through the plans of instruction that y'all may be familiar with if you're from Alabama. As you can see, these are some of the future technologies that are important to industry that were identified by the Alabama Department of Labor Statistics. A number of these you may recognize as important to you and your programs, such as robotics, PLCs, CNC technology, automated technology, and these are where the jobs are going. This is what our Department of Labor Statistics tells us. And you think, well, our title says automotive manufacturing, but really this carries on over into aerospace and any automated manufacturing as it's universal. You all may know that the robots are the same no matter what type of manufacturing that you're dealing with or what you're producing. So it's important that our students get these skills so that they can be able to work in this global environment. We have industry partners such as Honda, Toyota, Nissan, also some of the tier suppliers, Alabama Power, just a number of other companies in addition to just the automotive manufacturings. This is a new survey that we have initiated during this last year. Our 12 colleges surveyed the students coming into the fall semester in their technical programs related to CARCAM. And we had 576 responses. And you may note what we were looking for was to have them tell us what made you choose a technical career, what influenced you, why did you end up in this program. And you can see from some of the answers here, the 63.3% were strongly influenced by friends and family. So this tells us that we need to be sure that we reach out to the parents, not only the students, but that we're doing things that are going to reach the parents so that they can see what the manufacturing environment looks like today. It's not what it used to be, and they need to be able to realize that too. Also, 54% did not attend any kind of technology-centered event while in high school. So this tells us that we need to have greater exposure for the students as they're in high school. And we work as a grant to provide some of that with industry tours and summer camps and that kind of thing. But it takes an effort to be able to reach down to the high school level and get the word out to those students. We had 40% that had worked in some type of an apprenticeship program, and 14% were currently participating in some kind of a co-op or an internship program. Some of the students you see here, we had 26.7% that had previously attended an academic program. So this tells you that some of them may have been disheartened with their job opportunities with some of their academic programs and academic degrees. Therefore, they were moving into a technical degree program in order to be able to have more employment opportunities. These are some of the things that, as I mentioned, that we do work on as far as trying to change the perception of what today's manufacturing is all about. We try to provide the students a realistic opportunity to let them know what the environment's like. And we do this a lot of times, as I said, by industry tours, student tours, interactive career fairs and expos. For those that are in Alabama, now you may be aware of all of these regional career expos that we've been experiencing lately, and this is really a great opportunity to reach students and reach out to them. Most recently, we participated in a Calhoun County career expo where we had 2,000 eighth graders come through within a 2-day period. And this was really beneficial. There was an interactive expo. We had Honda on display right next to us, and they were showing the students many opportunities that they have in their plant, and that's available for them. And then we do, as I said, each one of the schools will either have a STEM or robotics camp in the summer for high school or middle school students, or either some of them now have branched out and are having camps for school administrators, high school administrators or counselors, and this has been beneficial so that we can get the word out to them of just what manufacturing looks like today. This shows you an average technician's salary. This is from the Alabama Department of Labor Statistics, and you can see the maintenance technician has a good starting salary noted there at $43,000. And of course, this is attractive to students. One of our mantras on some of our advertising things now is it just says manufacturing pays. We're trying to get the word across that here's the opportunity for you to be able to make a good salary and be able to make the kind of money that you would need to make to raise a family and be successful in today's environment. Uh-oh. I'm looking for one other slide here. Uh-oh, got one missing. Well, one of the slides I wanted to tell you a little bit about, I'll just share it with you, is the Automotive Manufacturing Technology degree. This it varies in each one of our college partners. Sometimes it's called Automated Engineering, or it's not always called an AUT degree, but it has basically the same courses, and these involve core courses in lean manufacturing, electronics, AC/DC, blueprint reading, those kind of things. And then they are able to take a specialty track also, such as drafting or machining, welding, industrial automation. We've most recently added in logistics as a specialization also, supply chain logistics, as that's risen in importance, we understand from industry. So our students are able to obtain stackable credentials and awards and degrees. We're working within the state system to evaluate the need for additional credentials in addition to the associate degree, potentially some specialty degrees or specialty certificates. Also, we are upskilling the current workforce. All of our students, of course, are not just fresh out of high school. A lot of our students in the programs are students that have come back if they have been employed or may be only able to work part-time and are looking for ways to be able to upskill so that they can obtain full-time employment. One of the ways that we are working with our industry partners that's been very successful, here we show a sample of co-op and internship programs. And this is beneficial both to the company and to the student as the students work part-time and also go to school part-time. And I know you're probably familiar and have some of those programs at your schools also. This is just a sample of some of them. The Calhoun Community College has a program with Toyota and other companies, but one of the successful programs that they have is also the AMT program, just like Mary's in San Antonio. It's the Alabama version of the AMT program, and it's very successful right now. They have the first batch of students that will be graduating this year. And with Gadsden State, Central Alabama, and Jeff State, we work with Honda. They have a couple of programs that are available to our students. They have a regular co-op, and then they have a weekend school-to-work program. So they give them a couple of options that they can apply for. And the students enjoy being able to complete this program so that they can see what the job is really going to be like before they commit to taking a full-time position. Shelton State has an excellent program that you may have heard of with Mercedes-Benz. And actually, Mercedes came in and worked with Shelton State to design this to their exact specifications, and the courses that are included are exactly what they wanted their individuals to know, so that you know that they're getting the skills and the knowledge that the company required. Trentham State in Montgomery is working with Hyundai. They have a co-op program for students at Hyundai. Also Flowers Bakery that's been successful. And the Central Alabama and Wallace-Hansville has multiple businesses. And they have an East Alabama Industrial Consortium. And then Bevel State is working also with Alabama Power Company and a number of other businesses. And you'll hear more about theirs in one of the sessions tomorrow, I think. You'll hear more about their co-op program. But the Alabama Department of Labor forecasts that jobs will increase over 25% in the top 5 manufacturing sectors during this decade. So we have to be ready for it. As educators, we need to be able to prepare our students for this. One of the ways that I mentioned is as we standardize our curriculum is we created, through the grant and through industry input, created a curriculum gap analysis. It's a survey process model. And through this was also adapted at the state level so that we can get feedback from industry and survey them on individual skills and knowledge. This is a little bit hard to read, but we have on our website, we have a best practices guide. And of course, the CARCAM website is also www.carcam.org. I would ask you to check that out. And there's there's lots of information on there for you. But one of the things, there is a guide that tells how this curriculum gap analysis works. And in this, we survey industry. The faculty members discuss the particular program, the particular course that we're reviewing to see if there are additional skills or additional items that may be needed to add to that particular course. And then in that case, that is discussed, the feedback is sent back to the industry, and the changes are made in the curriculum, in the plans of instruction. In conclusion, I will say that we work with the State Workforce Development Division. We're confident that we'll be able to provide the technicians that are needed here in the future, although, there's always the question of, will we be able to provide as many as they need? So the more students that we can recruit into technical careers, the better it will be for all of us, so that we can be able to meet industry's needs. Next, we've got Kevin Smith. He is the technical training manager from Nissan in Smyrna.
Thank you, Beverly. It's always exciting to have an opportunity to talk about our partnership with the Tennessee College of Applied Technology and the Tennessee Board of Regents and AmTech. We've developed some really good programs, so I always find it interesting to share those with everybody. And I'm going to be real honest with you. We're showing you a presentation that we use when we go out to the high schools to talk to parents, counselors, and students, so that you kind of see what we're trying to get to them and out in front of them, and the information that we think they need to be able to understand what our programs are all about. As you can see, we talk about the number of jobs that are unfulfilled that need STEM credentials or STEM education. We want to make sure that they're aware of the entry-level positions that also require STEM skills. Everybody knows Mike Rowe. He talks about the trillions of dollars in student loans. We've been lucky in the state of Tennessee, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. We talk about record high unemployment that's going on. When you think about the student loans, and so many parents and so many counselors want to get every kid into a bachelor's degree program at a 4-year school. Not every student is that student. And what we try to get across to them is there's other avenues where they can make a great income, a great living, have great careers, and not have any debt when they come out of school. That's even more important. So in the state of Tennessee, we have the Drive to 55, and since I have a partner up here, I'm going to give him a chance to talk for a second.
Hey, I'm Lynn Kreider. I'm the director of Tennessee College of Technology at Murfreesboro. And I think there's a lot of Tennessee folks in here, right? You see your hands, Timothy. There. All of us have multiple partnerships. Our partnership right now that we're going to talk about is Nissan, and I've been back in Tennessee for 4 years, and we've been working vigorously with Nissan, not only to build their program, but also to build multiple training opportunities within Middle Tennessee. I'm sure some of you have read some of the statistics about Tennessee and the United States in general, but we're one of the fastest growing regions in the United States. Ours that we're talking about today just happens to be Nissan. We have Chattanooga that has a relationship with Volkswagen. We have Technology Center in Memphis that works directly and has a relationship with FedEx. We have Dwight Murphy in Knoxville. Yours is Alcoa, and who else am I looking for? We got several. Oh, I know Livingston. We have Livingston, and Livingston is now a training center, a national training center for Snap-on. So it's not unusual what we're doing across the state of Tennessee. And as Kevin said, all of what we're doing right now is being driven by the Drive to 55 by our governor, and that is that he wants to get to 55% of all the people in the state of Tennessee have a degree, a certificate, or a diploma of some type from higher education and ready to go to work in the state of Tennessee. He supported that with two additional programs, and that's Tennessee Promise and Tennessee Reconnect. The Tennessee Promise program is for students coming directly out of high school, and he will pay. It's a last dollar scholarship. Anything that's not paid for by other grants will be paid for, except for books and fees for them coming directly out of high school. And they have to meet benchmarks on their senior year. They have to do everything from public service to meet specific deadlines starting in November. So they are required to begin to act like that technical employee before they ever graduate from high school. Reconnect has turned around, and Reconnect covers all of those folks over the age of 24 that either want to come back and get a technical education degree or certificate, or those folks that have never gone to college or gotten one of those certificates or diplomas. And both of those are working very, very well. I think the multitude, or the Tennessee people that are here today, you'll say that most of us are pretty much maxed out. We've started not just our regular daytime programs, but we have nighttime programs, weekend programs, and we have been blessed with the opportunity to build a brand new 160,000 square foot center that's going to help us grow our facility exponentially. Nissan has supported that, supported us with portions of that. They've bought the land, they're putting equipment in there, and Nissan and us are going to share that, but it's a facility that's going to be training people for all around the Middle Tennessee region. We have partners to the tune of, all of the programs. We have 15 programs at our institution. We have over 100 advisory board members. Each one of those advisory board members making recommendations on our programs, what we should have in our programs to support Middle Tennessee. Back to Kev.
All right. As we move into this new facility, these are the programs that we do. We have our internal training. We're going to be able to double the capacity of training that we currently do. Over the last 5 years, we've nearly tripled our production at our Smyrna, Tennessee facility. We've gone from